as things... Well, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Bucks. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when you look at the Lakers, they weren't supposed to be this effective at this point in the season. The question now is, can they sustain it?
And now the Lakers starting group. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's Howard in at the 5. And for Minnesota, Conley and Towns, the duo inside. The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. And it's Covington in at the small forward position. Players are sure racking up a lot of miles, Clark. A lot of games, a lot of flights, a lot of late nights, early mornings. But in some ways, it must be easier these days than it was, say, 20 years ago when you were playing.
It's easier now than it was when I played. I mean, we had commercial flights, 6 a.m. flights. These guys now actually have charter services. Heck, I often think that the guys before me had it much worse than I did. So it's all relative. But clearly, it's hard, it's demanding, but they also have the very best of care in getting to and from the cities across the league.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Tell you what, even though he's a little older now, James still a force in transition.
Now, here's Culver, guarded by Green. Rondo against T. The 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
James outside. Shoots over Covington. The shot by LeBron, no good.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Pass to Covington. Six on the shot clock. Here's Vonleh. Here's Towns. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Here is Cook, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Here's LeBron. Oh!
Man. Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 1. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Good on the bucket. 8 points for LeBron. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Passes it to Towns. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
The inside-outside game of Towns, very solid. Not many big men can match him in that department.
Pass to LeBron. 16 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that. One of the basketball's high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Avery Bradley is out there with Cook, and it's McGee in at the center position.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm. And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
Here's Napier, guarded closely, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Lonley's checked in for Jen. Culver comes in for Jake Lehman. And it's Teague in for Shabazz Napier. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Davis comes in for James. Green, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Cook. And both free throws good for Kuzma. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
The drive by Rondo. They kick it out to Green, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Well, you look at Davis. He's out in front. The fans reacting to his wonderful play this year in the Western Conference.
And that's right where you'd expect him to be, given the performances we've seen from him this season.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. Teague against Rondo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, you look at Jeff Teague, and his game does not have a lot of flash, but his handles, those are rush hour caliber. This guy has that ball on the string, folks.
That free throw, no good. And with Teague, Clark doesn't do anything flashy, but the stats do add up.
Yeah, he's very steady and quiet, understated. But you watch him out there, and he's a competitor now. Before last year, Teague had made the playoffs 9 straight years in a row, and that doesn't happen by accident.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Covington's checked in, and here's Green outside. They get the rebound. Davis, that's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
High arcing shot. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut back down to 2 at those points from Teague.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Green finds Rondo. Here's Davis, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, a
about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Brian has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level. The late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
Down low. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jeff Teague.
Davis is really a total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Minnesota. And the Lakers also making a switch. Cook, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Lakers leading by 5. Cook dishes to Davis. Back to Cook. Covington against Kuzma. Off target from three-point range.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
Here's Napier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. From deep three-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. You know, focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these real.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points and 1 assist. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what you think?
And simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter.
Thanks for joining us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. Conley and Towns, the duo inside. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Teague. 10 points for him. Kicks to Towns. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Towns has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling the defensive glass, getting the missed most shots and getting their offense back in gear?
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the break because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
6 to shoot from deep. LeBron nailed from three-point land. LeBron's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Conley kicks to Teague. With the floater, Covington wide open. He fires. And another three for Minnesota.
The three-point stroke of Robert Covington is really a thing of beauty. You can't let him get loose from the outside. He's dangerous.
From deep, LeBron. Good D by Covington. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Now, here's Culver. He's covered by Rondo. Now, Culver. He's still scoreless so far in this one. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip.
Well, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Noah Vonleh. Jake Layman comes in for Robert Covington. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Culver. And it's Napier in for Jeff Teague. Here's Layman, and Davis sends it back. Rondo passes to Davis. And the rejection by Towns. And they're on the break, pushing it up. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Wiggins.
Well, that was quality defense, but Wiggins showing off tremendous athleticism, able to overcome that defense.
And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
His dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Here's Bradley. It's good. Bradley's got his first points of the game. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Napier finds Towns. Now Wiggins shoots over Bradley. And it's Wiggins missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Kuzma passes to Davis. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Robert Covington's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Napier. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Covington. Napier dishes to Jang. To the inside. Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Gorgie Jang doing a nice job getting the ball to the open teammate there. Nicely done.
Bradley against Wiggins. The 10-footer. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Bradley. And that's 11 points for Davis.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And it's Towns missing. It could go. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in control with the 9 points. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Davis, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. 9-point game. Rondo finds Davis. Out to Kuzma from the arc. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Well, I think that was clearly a fourth. He was a little anxious. Too much in a hurry right there.
And there's the pass to Napier. Kuzma against Towns. Pass to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Second shot opportunity and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Textbook up fake there. Towns does a great job imitating his usual shot motion. Earns himself a trip to the line.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Vonleh's checked in for Jen. Culver comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Teague in for Shabazz Napier. The Lakers also making some changes. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee. And LeBron's subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thank you, David. Outside Teague. He feeds it to Towns. He kicks it to Culver over LeBron. Wiggins surveying the floor. Over Howard. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Los Angeles leading by 7. The drive by James. A nice shot by Howard.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
For Minnesota, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Outside Teague. Here's Towns. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Howard. Rondo kicks to Davis. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Davis has got the lead up to 11 now for the Lakers. Teague against Rondo. Towns with the steal. And the dunk by Towns.
You know, defensively, you've got to respect Towns' jumper. I mean, that creates driving lanes for him because you do have to guard him because he'll make you pay if you don't.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And it's Davis missing.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Teague bounce pass. And Davis sends it back. Outside Rondo. James looking it over. And James throws it down.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Robert Covington's checked in for Wiggins. And the second of 2 is good. That brings them to within 10.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
And the Timberwolves with possession. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Davis. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice recognition by Towns there. I mean, catches the defender out of position and then sails the foul call.
And Towns drops them both. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. Caruso, the pass to Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of them.
Here's Graham. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And in the win, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll